Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. Mo Franchise. It's the start of Season 4 and we're going to be taking care of the training camp and preseason in this video. A reminder, as far as my training camp rules go, training camp lasts for 6 weeks, and during that 6 weeks, there'll be 3 random events that will occur during training camp. These events could be positive or negative to our team. Alright, let's take a look at the first random event during training camps weeks 1 and 2. The equipment manager was busy with a request from a player to change their equipment. And this was Quincy Williams, my outside linebacker. He wanted to make a change to his right ankle, so I made that change. The next random event happened in weeks 3 and 4, and it was another equipment change. And this time it was my 3rd round pick, the fullback Bob Dukes. He wanted a sleeker looking helmet, so I gave him a new helmet. And then for the training camps weeks 5 and 6, I drew the defensive position coaches. And in this case, my defensive coordinator gets to have a positive influence on some of my players. And so because I have such a great defensive coordinator, I was able to get 5 players to go up. And so those players are, and granted most of these are not starters, Carroll, my left end, went up +2 in zone coverage. Teray, on my right end, did go up 2 in finesse moves. He is a starter, so that was good. Barden, my free safety, went up 3 in play recognition. Wingard went up 3 in power moves. And then Harrison, my starting strong safety, went up 2 in pursuit. So there were some positives there by our defensive coordinator. That takes us then to the preseason. And preseason lasts for 4 weeks currently in the NFL. Who knows, maybe one of these days they'll reduce that down. And each week a random event occurs. These events could be once again positive or negative to our team. The first week of the preseason is a free agent move. At the start of the week, I can meet with the general manager and the player personnel director and see if I can get a free agent signing. And I was able to roll a 5. Remember, my GM, he is strategic, and so he would allow a free agent pickup with a roll of 1 to 7. And I did roll 5, and he agreed. Then I had to roll for the player personnel director, and I have to roll on his negotiations ratings, but he is amazing. He's got a 95 rating. So I rolled a 69 for that, and he approved the move. So I took a look at the free agents out there, and I decided that at strong safety, I had the weakest depth. So I signed Jeremy Chinn to be a strong safety, and that was a 1-year deal. And he is not as good as my current strong safety, but he's only 1 point lower. And my other strong safety that's a starter, he's starting to get up there in age. And so Jeremy Chinn may be the future starter at strong safety, but he definitely gives me depth at that position. Preseason week number 2 was a career-ending injury, ? I had to check the NFL's injury report for the player with the most severe injury in weeks lost, and then I had to roll a die. And on an odd result, that player suffered an injury that was so severe they decided to retire. And on an even number, they just lose a D100 from their injury stat. Well, I searched the injury report and I found that Austin Jackson, a right tackle for the Dolphins, was the most injured. And then I rolled an odd number. So the 26-year-old Austin Jackson has suffered a career-ending complete PCL tear, and he has decided to retire. So I went in and edited Austin Jackson's numbers so that the Dolphins will let him go. In week 3 of preseason, it was a new marketing strategy. Our CEO implemented a new marketing strategy in the offseason, and the profit results are as follows. My CEO rating is a D-, so I got to roll a D4, and I rolled a 2. So I added that 2 EPs to the 20 I had in the bank, and so now I have 22 EPs to spend. And then the preseason week 4 random event is another free agent move, and this time I rolled a 7, so barely. The GM was not convinced, but he finally caved. And then I rolled a 28 for the player personnel director, so I looked at other possible ways to improve. I saw that KJ Hamler was out there, and he has a lot of speed at the wide receiver. He's not great route runner, but I like his speed, and I thought maybe he could return kicks and punts, or at least give us depth there, and also give us depth at the receiver position, since I did let Colin Johnson go. So I signed KJ Hamler to a 1-year deal, and he will be my number 4 receiver this year. Well, that is all I have for you today. If you haven't already, think about subscribing, smash that like button, tell a friend. The Jacksonville Jaguars are beginning Season 4 next episode, and we'll take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day.